Things are looking awfully clean today. They put the drywall, I mean the insulation back out. I can get a shot of my spectacular door during the day. Looks pretty nice. So yeah, they put all the insulation back, and we had the inspection, and I got an answer. So as far as the holes drilled in header, they were specifically talking about that one right there. And the inspector today is sort of like the head inspector, and they were required to report that to him, and he's not very concerned. But just to be safe, um, they're going to add another pair of 2x4s here, just to give that some extra support and be sure. He says it may not be necessary, but just to be 100%, they're going to do that. And the rest of the inspections went pretty well. This was the same guy that had come out to inspect the fireplace earlier, and if you may recall, he gave him partial pass, but he had 2 points. There was a seam there that he wanted fixed, and then he also wanted the shielding up in the crawl space to be fixed so that insulation couldn't get in there. And from what he saw, that got fixed, but the shielding up there still needs some work. So he's going to call them, and I think they're probably going to come back. Other than that, things looked pretty good. I don't think there was anything. I don't think we talked about anything over here. Yeah, but it is. Yeah, it's strange with all the. I've gotten used to these piles of insulation being around, and now they're gone, and it's weird. I did talk to Jake because I think I remarked in an earlier video that it was strange that this wall and this ceiling were still here, and the drywaller apparently said that, at least in this case, he thought that these would be salvageable. So those are going to be, what, the only original drywall in the place? I think, yeah. So a little bit of nostalgia there. The rest of this stuff, I guess he was sort of making sure that like this was supported from below and this is supported from below. Oh, we did talk about because Jake told him that he was planning on taking out this right here, and he didn't have a problem with that as long as this is supported and this is right on the wall. I mean, this is where the wall going into the garage is, so this is pretty well supported. So that should be fine, and they're going to take that out. That's neat. And down here, so you can see we have the box in here, and he wanted to make sure that because this is boxing and heating ducts, this has to be insulated, the area in here, to create a firewall from it reaching the outside. I don't know whether that actually works, but you know, whatever. As I told Jake, we're all about insulating, so we would like to insulate everything that we can insulate, and so insulating that aligns with our desires, and it's going to be great. There was one other thing that he picked up on in here, but I can't remember. I did, however, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, but I want to take you into the garage, because he had not looked in the garage before, because I wanted to talk about the ducts. Because when we got our home inspection, when we bought the house, the guy was like, these ducts are exposed, and I don't really like that. Because there's a living space above it. So theoretically, these should be boxed in, drywalled, and I think insulated. So we're going to have to do that. For most of this, it's not a big deal. I think that what we establish is that they're going to take out this right here, because there's a thing right here, and they're basically going to box all of this, and then they're going to come around here, out there, and then over here and back, because they got to box that in. The tricky part, the very tricky part, is here, because we have this heat duct that runs to the register right there, and it's basically right up against this thing for the garage door opener. There's not a lot of space there, and it's basically just really tricky to get in there. So what we're gonna do, Jake called John, the heating guy, and he's hopefully gonna come out and see if he can. I think what would be ideal would be if they ran it using this sort of cylindrical duct rather than the circular duct, because if it's cylindrical, it can fit more inside the I-beam, and they can just sort of box in the I-beam. So we'll see. That's kind of unfortunate, because it puts us. Oh, the other part of this is that the inspector needs to come back in order to verify that the things that he requested done get done. And that puts us on a weird timetable, because we need heating guy to come and take a look, and then Jake and do what he can do, and then Jake needs to come back, because he doesn't want to come back just for these minor things. He wants to also be able to do all the framing in here and stuff, which obviously that has to be done first. And then once that stuff is done, then we can call the inspector back and have him certify it, and then we can drywall. Good part of this is that the drywaller is highly motivated, and he's actually going to come out this Saturday to get his full measurements, his final measurements, and then order the stuff so that that drywall gets delivered and is available for him when he's ready to start. So, yeah, we're going places. It's going to be good. Hopefully these things don't take very long. I think that the big question here is how long it's going to take to get the heating guy back here, because we've had a little bit of trouble with him being a couple of days behind, and we don't want that right now. So hopefully we can avoid it. We'll find out.